All right, Blue Springs South Nutrition and Wellness. We are making carrot cake cupcakes with a brown sugar cream cheese frosting. And you can see at the top here where I got the recipe. And my assistant Claire has figured out that if you are using it on their website, you can mark off things as you use it. So she just added the applesauce. And we are doubling our recipe because this, if you notice, only makes 12. We need at least 24 because, well, 12 is not enough. So the nice thing about this recipe is we are using applesauce, and that helps with keeping the moisture in it and flavor. Claire has already pre-measured out all the good dry ingredients there. Right now she's working on the liquid. In this recipe, you are basically just doing that. You're doing the separating the liquid and the dry, and then you mix them together. We have all the ingredients out here, and right there are carrots. You need grated carrots for this, and I just used a food processor, as you can see there. I actually used to use it to make the kids baby food, but it works the same. You also could use a blender at home. And I just took baby carrots that we already had and grinded them up. You can get a peeled carrot, and then when you get home, they're a little bit easier to grate, but you have to use a grated carrot. You cannot use a peeled carrot. You can't try to cut it into chunks or anything like that, because then you're going to have chunky cupcakes. We have our muffin tin already with the liners, and it preheated to 350. So once we get going here, she's gonna finish up measuring, and then we will mix. Okay, so she just added the carrots, stirring them around, making sure there's no big chunks or anything, since we did do these on our own. And then we're going to... Now, this recipe does not require you to use a mixer. You can just do this by hand because it's really easy to do. It doesn't have anything that requires anything more than your little elbow grease, right, Claire?
Yeah.
So we're going to mix all that in together. She's my messy cook. And then we're going to divide this up evenly into the muffin tins and bake. Okay, first batch is done because I doubled the recipe, remember, to get us some more. Now, when they come out of the oven, make sure you pay attention to the recipe saying that they need to sit for 10 minutes before you take them out of the muffin tin onto the cooling rack, because they continue cooking. Remember, when we keep them in that muffin tin, it's going to continue to cook, and that's what it's supposed to do. So I used a toothpick to make sure that they were done in the middle, and now they will sit for another 10 minutes. Okay, go ahead, lock it.
I did.
Okay, turn it to medium. Alright, we are making the frosting today because the cupcakes, we let them cool overnight. So in there is the brown sugar, cream cheese, and butter. Butter and cream cheese were softened. So, and you're just going to mix this at medium speed. Now, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer just the same, and you're going to let it mix for 1 to 2 minutes. Then it is going to sit for 5 minutes, and this is so the brown sugar can start to absorb everything, so it's not real gritty. Because, you know, brown sugar can be gritty, and we don't want gritty frosting. Okay, now that it's set for 5 minutes, we are on to adding the vanilla. And then the powdered sugar. So it takes 2 cups of powdered sugar. We're going to put in 1, then mix it up on a very low speed, because remember, just like flour, it will fly everywhere. So start it out slow. Let it absorb. Go ahead and measure out your other cup while you're waiting. Now this recipe only calls for 2. It does say you can add more if you want your frosting thicker, so you're just going to have to see how it is once you get what it says in. You can always add more. Powdered sugar is not to be packed. It will dry out your recipe. Alright, go ahead, now turn off the mixer. Add it. And there you go. Let that thoroughly mix through. You might have to turn it off and scrape the sides, and that's okay, but get it all mixed in. Go ahead, wherever you want. So, we've got the mixing out. Claire is using her Radish Kids, the cooking club I always tell you guys about that she's in. They send these utensils each month, and 1 month they got decorating stuff, and that little thing works pretty good. So she will decorate all of these. By the way, the frosting is really good. All right, there's the finished one. I found these cute little cupcake liners in the Easter section at Walmart. And look at those cute little carrots to top it with. So our Easter dessert is made. Now, it does suggest that you store these in the refrigerator. And that is because of the type of frosting. With having the cream cheese, it'll stay fresher in the refrigerator. And any type of moist cake, like carrot cake, banana bread, things like that, a lot of times will mold a lot slower because remember, this doesn't have preservatives in it, so it very well could get yucky. But yeah, enjoy. Okay, they're all done. Now, we doubled the cake mix recipe, but only did a single batch of the frosting, and it was the perfect amount. Okay, makes a lot more than you would expect. So enjoy. Happy Easter.